There's a three to get us started, and welcome to RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you, coming to you from Corpus Christi Miller High School. San Perlita taking on Stacey. It's the Trojans with an early lead, and the Trojans have the basketball in the front court. They'll be the home team on the scoreboard, working on the left baseline, and a whistle blows. Trojans came out firing, knocked down a three-pointer to start this ball game. We had no national anthem, which kind of took us by surprise. And it's Stacey, the Eagles, with the basketball. Isaiah Brown has it between the two circles. Brown works it on the right side into the hands of Alex Diaz. Diaz pulls the trigger on the jumper. That one won't go. It goes out of bounds, saved back in bounds. Controlled by the Eagles, off the dribble, shot off the rim, no good. Rebound by the Eagles again in the paint. Shot goes up, missed again. Another rebound by the Eagles. Kick it outside. With the ball is Miles Slater. Slater attacks on the rim and puts it in. Lots of offensive rebounding that time down for the Stacey Eagles. San Perlita basketball. Zoller gets it outside for an open three. That one won't go. Off the mark by Victor Galvan. Eagles down in transition. Layup up and in. Alex Diaz beat him down court for the bucket. Eagles on top. Tigers with the ball. Galvan has it for San Perlita. Long three on the way. That one misfires by Oliveras. Rebound by the Eagles. They want to run again. Isaiah Brown down the right side has it taken away and stolen by Noah Oliveras. Oliveras in the front court. Fell to the ground. Loose ball. Picked up by the Eagles on the turnover. Here they come on the fly. Isaiah Brown down the lane, laid up, no good. Rebound tipped up by the Eagles. Another offensive board. Shot goes up and in. Dijon Johnson with the offensive rebounding, and right now the Eagles are controlling the boards in this ball game. Trojans with the ball, down 6-3. They hit the first shot of this game. Now the ball's kicked, so stay here. Thanks again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com. Live coverage here. Coming to you on a playoff night in which we are at 5 different venues. 5:44 remaining here in the first quarter. This is the Stacey Eagles taking on the San Perlita Tigers. Tigers with the ball. Victor Galvan gets it outside to Zoller. Zoller hands it off to Oliveras. Oliveras back outside to Galvan. A patient set this time by the Trojans. Out to Oliveras. Good look for a three. Buries it. Noah Oliveras drops that one in for the Trojans. Tie game, 5:19 remaining in the first quarter. On the dribble, Alex Diaz. Diaz guarded out on top. Get it on the left baseline. Back outside it goes to Diaz. Now on the baseline. They'll cut there and look to Miles Slater. Slater makes a move, fires it outside to Isaiah Brown. Brown back outside to Diaz. Pulls the trigger on a three and knocks it down. Alex Diaz on a patient set delivers for the Stacey Eagles. Ball belongs to the Trojans. Off the dribble, Herrera. Gets it outside to Victor Galvan. Galvan looks for a screen. Got it right side. Hands it off to Oliveras. Oliveras puts it on the floor. Got it outside to Zoller. Zoller attacks off the dribble. Gets it back outside to Oliveras. Pulls the trigger on that three. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Eagles. Quick outlet pass into the hands of Alex Diaz. Out of bounds it goes. Turnover right back to the San Perlita Trojans. They'll work it inside. Layup by Johnson, no good. Rebound by Zoller. Zoller gets it outside into the hands of Victor Galvan. Over for a three by Julian Herrera. That one won't go. Rebound in the paint. That's Miles Slater for the Eagles of Stacey in the backcourt, guarded by Zoller. Brings it across the timeline. Whistle blows. They'll call Zoller for the foul. Stops play with 4:05 remaining here in the first quarter. It'll be Stacey basketball. Halfway through the first quarter of play here. Ball in the hands of Brown. Brown to Slater. Slater off the dribble, attacks, got fouled. Stops clock with 3:52 remaining here in the first quarter. It'll be the Stacey Eagle basketball. Get it outside to Slater. Slater hands off to Brown. Brown threw it away. Here comes Zoller on the turnover. Nice pass ahead to Galvan. Left-hand layup, count it. Victor Galvan on the finish for the Trojans. Now back defensively. Here comes Stacey in the front court. Brown hands it off. On the dribble is Dijon Johnson. A lot of contact. Missed the shot. Got his own board. Hands it off to Brown. Kick it outside to Slater. Makes a baseline jumper. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Trojans. Chance to take the lead. Julian Herrera in the front court to Galvan. Galvan looks over to Oliveras. Over to Zoller. Zoller attacks. Back outside. Oliveras 3. Answer there? No. Rebound. Ty Johnson. Lay it up. Got it in the foul. Ty Johnson with the rebound. And he'll get to the free throw line. Shot will count. For San Perlita's Trojans. Substitution checks in. E.J. Nieto will check into the game. .308 remaining here in the first quarter. This is the Stacey Eagles with the ball. Adriano Arteaga checked in the game. Attacks off the dribble. Lays it up. No good. Missed the layup. Rebound by the Trojans. Bring it into the front court. Oliveras for 3. Got it. Oliveras 3. Drops it in. San Perlita now up by 6. Work the ball outside. On the dribble is Slater. Slater attacks. Lays it in. Miles Slater with the bucket. Back in the hands of the Trojans of San Perlita. Oliveras has it for a moment. Outside it goes to Galvan. Galvan to Nieto. Long 3. That one won't go. Rebound goes out of bounds. 2:13 remaining here in the first quarter. In the backcourt, Stacey Eagles with the ball. Bring it across the timeline. Stacey with the ball. Off the dribble, Slater. That's an off-balance shot. Offensive rebound. That's taken away, though, by Oliveras, and the ball goes out of bounds, so stay here. Appreciate you joining us again here on RealSportsLive.com. I'm Joe Bowling with you. I want to thank some of the sponsors that are assisting us today. You see some of the new sponsors that have kicked in. And we'll mention some of them as we go on throughout this broadcast. Off the dribble, Johnson in the paint, lays it in. Dijon Johnson with the bucket. Trojans beat him down court, but it's a layup. That's Galvan. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson attacks in the paint again. All the way, lays it up, no good. Rebound by the Trojans. Both teams missing layups on that transition of buckets. Nieto outside to Galvan. Galvan further outside to James Herrera. Herrera pulls the trigger on the jumper off the backboard, no good. Rebound by the Eagles. Stacey Eagles work at front court into the hands of Diaz. Attacks, lays it up, no good. Rebound tipped, and out of bounds it goes off of San Perlita. Substitution off the Trojan bench. Parker Willis comes into the game. Jamie Zoller back in the game. Brian Herrera also checks in for the Trojans. Stacey Eagles with the ball. Trojans on top early on. We're in the first quarter with 1:12 remaining. Outside it goes to Isaiah Brown. Baseline Johnson lays it up, no good. Ty Johnson gets a rebound for the Trojans into the hands of Zoller. Zoller hands it off. There's an open 3. That one won't go. Ty Johnson gets a rebound. Outside it goes to Jamie Zoller for a 3. That won't go either. Rebound. Ty Johnson, another rebound. Put it in. Ty Johnson goes to work on the offensive boards. That trip down for the Trojans of San Perlita. Stacey Eagles with the ball. Brown has it outside to Slater. Slater makes a big step and got called for steps. 49 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play. Trojans basketball. They'll work it outside between the two circles. Now handed off the dribble. Handed outside to Brian Herrera. Herrera goes over to Zoller. Zoller travels. On that turnover, it'll be Eagle basketball. Down 4. Ball belongs to the Trojans. Down the right side, Herrera got fouled, and he'll get to the line. 21.43 seconds left here in this first quarter of play. To the free throw line will go Brian Herrera for San Perlita. Vanessa Ely at the camera, my friends, tonight. My niece threw her in the fire. She at least answered the call. Herrera hits the first free throw. Had some no-shows here tonight. Herrera back to the line for the San Perlita Trojans and made that. Trojans up 6. Nearly steal it in the backcourt. Out of bounds it goes. Ball belongs to the Stacey Eagles. Eagles will inbound the ball in the backcourt to Alex Diaz. Diaz brings it up to the timeline, gets it across. 14 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Zoller guarding him for the Trojans in the hands of Slater. Slater to Johnson. Johnson outside, open 3, Diaz. That won't go. Slater all over the board, put it up, count it. Miles Slater with a stick back. Nobody put a body on the biggest man on the team for the Eagles, and they cut the lead to 4. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Back here, and thanks for joining us here on RealSportsLive.com. Coming to you from Corpus Christi, Texas. And right there you can see the Trojans of San Perlita are talking things over as we get set to start this second quarter of play. Trojans with a 4-point lead. A good crowd on hand here tonight. Most wearing red and white. Supporting the Trojans. There's a few fans still filing in here. Again, they kind of took us by surprise on the quick start of this. We expected them to be counting down to a national anthem, starting lineups. None of that happened. So we start the second quarter of play. Tigers with the basketball outside to Victor Galvan. Galvan hands it off to Julian Herrera. Herrera to Jamie Zoller. Zoller makes a move, flips it back in the hands of Herrera. Outside it goes to Galvan. Trojans with the ball to start the second quarter. Inside to Ty Johnson. Back outside it goes to Herrera, and he'll travel. Turnover to start the second quarter. Appreciate you guys watching out there on the social media side. On Facebook, the numbers, I can see them. Stacey Eagles with the ball. Alex Diaz, guarded by Ty Johnson. Flips it left side to Slater. Slater hands it off to Dejon Johnson, lays it off the rim and in. Dejon Johnson with another bucket. In the ball game, he's now got 6 points. Trojans with the ball. Outside Herrera, further out to Galvan. Switch on defense, nice job that time by Marquise Morris. Jumper on the way, Galvan, in and out, no good. Rebound by Slater for the Eagles. Eagles in the front court, chance to tie, there's a big whistle. That'll be a charge called against Miles Slater. Offensive foul. will give the ball to the San Perlita Trojans. Pronto Insurance, we thank you for joining us here for this broadcast. Also VTX1 Cable. San Perlita basketball. They led by 4 at the end of a quarter. We're in the second quarter early on, 6:53 remaining in the half. Victor Galvan lobs it inside for Ty Johnson. Nice job defensively. Johnson has to save that. He does. And then the ball is kicked in the back court. So a turnover by the Trojans. Stops the clock with 6:44 remaining here in the half. It'll be Stacey basketball. Outside to Diaz. Diaz guarded by Ty Johnson on a one-on-one to Johnson. DeJon Johnson has been a handful. Lays it up. Missed that. Got his own rebound. And then in the paint, a foul is going to be called, and they'll get Johnson on the foul. That'll stop the clock with 6:32 remaining here in the first half of play. Trojans to San Perlita with the ball. Zoller into the front court to Galvan. Galvan plays catch with Zoller. Right wing pass, Herrera. Herrera back to Zoller. Over it goes to Galvan. Galvan on the dribble, has to back out. 2-point game for the Trojans, still looking to score their first points here in the second quarter. Oliveras to Zoller. Zoller to Galvan. Galvan, baseline, forced it, missed it. Johnson gets a rebound, put it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Slater. Slater in the front court for the Stacey Eagles. Spins past a double team, whistle blows, and they'll call the Trojans on the foul. They'll get Julian Herrera. Jane Rhodes watching the game from San Perlita. We appreciate that. All the other fans that are out there watching this game here on RioSportsLive.com. Stacey basketball. Diaz has the ball. Alex Diaz scored 5 points thus far in this game. Bounce pass, he threw it away. Here come the Trojans. Zoller to Johnson, and good recovery defensively. DeJon Johnson kicks that out of bounds. .543 remaining in the half. Oliveras throws it in. Gets it to Galvan. Victor Galvan turns into a double team. Needs some help. Zoller's there. He'll get it to Zoller. Jamie Zoller to Oliveras. Quick release on a three. Got it. Noah Oliveras drops in a three for the Trojans of San Perlita. 5-point lead. In the backcourt, it's Alex Diaz for the Eagles. Diaz hands it off to DeJon Johnson. Clear it out for Miles Slater. Hands it off. Cutter. Layup good and a foul. Adriano Arteaga will get to the free throw line after that made shot. 5:14 remaining in the half. Arteaga at the line. Hasn't shot a free throw yet tonight. Good on that one. Completes a three-point play. Trojans back with the ball on the offense. Galvan attacks baseline. Got in the air. Got it back outside to Oliveras. Oliveras from a trap near a steal. Galvan is there. Keeps it alive. Trojans recover. Now Galvan off the dribble. Gets called for steps. Turnover against the Trojans. Gives the ball to the Eagles. Norfolk, Virginia. Hey guys, thanks for watching this game. Stacey Eagles with the ball in the backcourt. It's Alex Diaz. Diaz brings it up. Ty Johnson out there to guard it. Switch defensively. Now get it over to Slater. Slater picked up defensively by Oliveras. Hands it off to Isaiah Brown. Brown attacks in the lane. Lays it up. No good. Slater tips the rebound. One made contact doing so and commits the foul. Stops play with 4:39 remaining here in the half. It'll be Trojan basketball, up 2. Zoller brings it across to Galvan. Ty Johnson posting up, gets the catch, flips it outside. Herrera to Zoller. Back inside to Johnson, goes to work, shot it off the backboard, made it. Ty Johnson, more patient set that time, and worked his way off the post for the bucket. In transition, layup on the way, good by Alex Diaz. Diaz with the easy answer for the Stacey Eagles. Trojans of San Perlita with 4:05 remaining here in the half. Get it outside to Victor Galvan. Galvan to Ty Johnson, turnaround jumper, missed that one, rebound. There's a whistle blows. I think they're looking at Isaiah Brown. That'll be a foul on Brown, and inbound play coming up for the San Perlita Trojans. 3:56 remaining here in the half. Oliveras to throw it in. Finds Herrera. Back to Oliveras. Another three, got it again. Noah Oliveras in the ball game. I got him for 15 points. Stacey Eagles with the ball. 5-point lead for San Perlita. Every time the Trojans have extended the lead, the Eagles have found an answer. Diaz has the ball. Takes it off the dribble, lay it in. Alex Diaz made that look easy. Trojans in transition to Zoller. Quickly double team. Look for a cutter. Finds Johnson. Lost it going up. Ball goes out of bounds. Off of Ty Johnson. 3:25 left here in the half. Substitution for the Trojans. EJ Nieto will check in. He'll replace Julian Herrera. Eagles with the ball. Diaz brings it up to the timeline. In the hands of Johnson. Johnson against the defense of Zoller. Takes him off the dribble and makes it. Dejan Johnson with another bucket. Trojans back with the ball. Oliveras to Nieto. Nieto got a screen. Flips it outside. Now they go inside to Johnson. Goes inside against Slater. Missed it. Rebound taken down by Johnson. Dejan takes it. Great pass ahead to Arteaga. Lays up. Missed it. Rebound Nieto has it for the Trojans. Outlet pass to Zoller. Zoller takes it baseline. Gets it outside. Oliveras, another three. Answer, no. Rebound taken down by Isaiah Brown. Brown to Miles Slater. Slater in the front court. Lay it up. Made it. Miles Slater gives the Eagles the lead. Trojans back with the basketball. Outside to Zoller. Zoller to Oliveras. Oliveras goes to work in the paint. Missed that shot. Tips the rebound a couple of times. Slater gets it and he gets fouled. 2:21 left here in the half. Inside defensively, you can see Miles Slater backing off a bit with a couple of fouls here in the first half. See if the Trojans go inside more, looking more for post play from Ty Johnson as a result. Also see if the Eagles slow the pace down. Dejan Johnson has it. Hands it off to Brown. Arteaga now with the ball. Arteaga nearly walks. He got fouled though. They'll call this on Jamie Zoller. .208 remaining in the half. It'll be the Stacey Eagles with the ball out of bounds. Substitution checks in for San Perlita's Trojans. James Herrera will check in. Also entering the ball game, Elijah Farmer, wearing number 30, checks in for the Stacey Eagles. He'll replace Isaiah Brown. 1 point game. Eagles with the ball and the lead. Lob it up high. Nice catch by Slater. Tries to pass it off. Gave it up. Herrera with the steal for the Trojans. Herrera off the dribble. Gets it outside for a Galvan three. Buries it. Victor Galvan just set his feet, waited for the pass, and then drops it in. 2 point lead for the Trojans. Eagles with the ball. Diaz brings it up. Ty Johnson to guard him. Nice pass in the blocks to Johnson. Goes to work in the paint and walked. It was a good catch initially by Dejan Johnson. Just didn't recognize to go on up for that shot immediately. Minute 41 to go in the half. Trojans back with the ball. Galvan got a screen. Outside it goes to Herrera. Further outside to Nieto. Way outside for a deep three. Bang! EJ Nieto buries that and then gets whistled. Official wants to take control of the game, and he did. For Nieto. That's an NBA three, my friends. Minute 27 left in the half. Trojans back up 5. It'll be Eagle basketball out of bounds. Length of court to go for the Stacey Eagles. Get it to Alex Diaz. Diaz brings it up. Ty Johnson to pick him up defensively. Left side pass to Johnson. Goes inside the paint. Nice pass. Shot up and in Isaiah Brown. For Isaiah Brown in the ball game, that's his first 2 points. Trojans on the attack. Galvan got a man in the air. Arcs it off the rim and in. Victor Galvan, a nice little ball fake, and the finish for the Trojans. Minute left here in the half. On the attack, Johnson lays it up. No good. Rebound Nieto. Went for the outlet pass and then got fouled. 56 seconds left here in the half. Brown picks up the foul. Dejon Johnson upset with himself for missing that shot. Normally he can knock that down. Nieto steps to the line for the Trojans of San Perlita. Nieto makes the first. 6-point lead for the Trojans. Appreciate you watching here on RealSportsLive.com. VTX1 Cable assisting us with our broadcast here. Next free throw is good by Nieto. San Perlita on defense. The Eagles bring it into the offensive end from Stacey. Off the dribble, Alex Diaz attacks all the way up. Lay it up, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Touch last by the Eagles. These are good looks that the Eagles are missing, my friends. Those shots start falling. Those are easy buckets. 46 seconds left here in the half. Tigers with the ball. Galvan off the screen, over, and it's a travel. Herrera didn't have his feet set, at least to his likings. See some San Isidro fans are now supporting the Trojans of San Perlita, and thank you fans out there for joining us here on RealSportsLive.com for the broadcast. Stacey Eagles with the ball. This is Alex Diaz. Diaz to Miles Slater. Slater's pass nearly stolen. Nieto comes running up here. I'll hand him a microphone. He gets one step further. Stops the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half, which is going by quickly. The Eagles will inbound the ball. Dejon Johnson to throw it in. Johnson to Diaz. 18 seconds left here in the half. Looks like the Eagles are going to hold on to the ball. Isaiah Brown with it. Got a screen. Brown now looks inside. Dejon Johnson missed it but got fouled. Stops the clock with 7.25 seconds left here in the first half of play. Trojans led 19-15 after a quarter. Have outscored the Eagles 18-15 here in the second. At the line, Dejon Johnson. Johnson misfires. It's just the second free throw shot by the Stacey Eagles here in this ball game. They're 1 of 2. Hello from Seattle. Melba Diaz watching this game. Johnson ready with the next one. Missed that one. Rebound Slater. Saves it back inbounds into the hands of Arteaga. Back out for a three. This will count. Off the rim. 1 second. Johnson tips it up, but it got fouled as the buzzer goes off. And Dejon Johnson will get a chance to shoot at the line. Stops our clock. There's zeros on the clock. First free throw by Johnson's in. That one won't go. That's our half. After one half of play, San Perlita Trojans on top of the Stacey Eagles. We'll be back. This is RealSportsLive.com.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come look at our products here locally. I invite you to come discover Brownsville.
Whatever DIY project you've got going on this weekend, visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
The reason we made this quesadillas Tres Marias is because there's a little village in Mexico that it's really popular and it's known for its quesadillas. You're gonna come to my kitchen and you're gonna see that we have no cans. Everything is fresh. We use achote, we do mole ourselves. We have 3 types of quesadillas. One is flour tortilla. We have nixtamal made handmade tortilla, and our specialty, which are the fried tortillas. That's the concept we bring to the north of Mexico and south of Texas. For me, this is not only a business, it's my house, it's my career, it's my family, it's my friends that come here. Brownsville, it's a gentle city, a kind city. I invite you to come discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And we share our knowledge, vision, and connections. We turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here, you can see a couple minutes left here on the half, and as Vanessa zooms the camera back across the gym, we'll get to take a look at the Eagles from Stacey, who are back on the court already. They trail by 6 to the San Perlita Trojans. Haven't seen any signs yet of the Trojans. Maybe we'll get the camera over on the Trojan fans as well. But our cameraman is taking a break. So we'll just take a break. We'll be back after this on RealSportsLive.com. We appreciate you joining us back here for our broadcast here on RealSportsLive.com. The Trojans of San Perlita have made their way back out on the court. Those watching this game understand that we were putting some magic together here, trying to get all 5 of our broadcasts underway. And I'm sending out the shout out right now. Any announcers, any wannabe announcers out there who aspire to be a broadcaster, reach out to me if you will, on Facebook, on social media, on email. I'd be happy to talk with you. I too was once a broadcaster wannabe. And after 2 no-shows today by some friends that I had entrusted, it's time to start opening up the door and giving opportunities to those who are as hungry and eager as what I was back in those days. So again, reach out to me if you will, my friends. We're going to start the second half. It'll be Eagle basketball, and the third quarter begins. And that first half was played rather quickly, my friends. Shot goes up and in right out of the gate. Trojans back with the ball. Each team has led in this game. Whistle blows, stop and play with 7:41 to go. Inbound play for the Trojans. Get it in the hands of Victor Galvan. Off the dribble, Ty Johnson lays it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Miles Slater. Slater brings it ahead, lost control of the ball, and the whistle blows, he got fouled. Inbound play coming up. Open 3 on the way, that's in. Made by Alex Diaz. Inside, Ty Johnson laid up and in. 7:12 to go here in this third quarter of play. Outside in the hands of Johnson. Johnson attacks off the dribble, lost it out of bounds. Stay here with 7:01 to go here in the third. 39-36 your score. It'll be Eagle basketball. Isaiah Brown to throw it in. Brown lobs it inside to Miles Slater. Slater has his pass taken away. Here comes Julian Herrera. Hands it off. Layup good. Oliveras. Noah Oliveras on the finish. 5-point game. 6:49 left here in the third quarter. Trip to the regional semifinals under the gun here. Alex Diaz has it for the Eagles. Outside to Miles Slater. Slater hands it off to Arteaga. Arteaga attacks off the dribble. Got in the paint. Shot it. No good. Rebound Slater right there. Goes to work. Gets it outside. Open three. Alex Diaz. Count it. Alex Diaz camped out. Drops in a three. Trojans back on the attack. Oliveras was red hot in the first half. Outside it goes to Galvan. Galvan to E.J. Nieto. Nieto into Ty Johnson. Taken away by Slater. Here comes Isaiah Brown looking for the tie. Missed it. Rebound. Offensive board. Arteaga. Slater gets it. Slater makes a move on the baseline. Stepped out of bounds. Timeout called real quick by the San Perlita Trojans. Thanks again for joining us. This is RioSportsLive.com. Back here, RioSportsLive.com. It's the Trojans with the basketball, up by 2. They called that quick timeout. And have it as we resume play. On the dribble is Herrera. Herrera to Victor Galvan. Galvan now to E.J. Nieto. Nieto probes the defense. Outside game, attacking again, missed off the rebound. Herrera got in the paint, had a shot blocked out of bounds. Stay here. Slater recovered defensively for the Eagles. .5:16 remaining. Eagles basketball out of bounds. Bring it up to the timeline. On the dribble, Diaz attacks, lays it up, missed it. Rebound, Ty Johnson all over that. Outlet pass into the hands of Victor Galvan. Galvan attacks off the backboard, no good. Johnson, another huge rebound, then a block shot, then a shot goes up and in, made by E.J. Nieto. Nieto with a bucket. 4:47 remaining here in this third quarter. Inside, layup no good by Johnson. Rebound taken down by Nieto. Here come the Trojans. Get it outside. Oliveras, 3. Answer, no. Rebound, Ty Johnson, another rebound. Out to Galvan. Galvan to Nieto. He wants a 3, and he got it. E.J. Nieto drops in a 3-ball. Timeout called by Stacey. 4:25 left. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com. Back here, the Eagles called that timeout, and they'll talk things over. They did so, and now they'll resume back to play here. It'll be Eagle basketball in the backcourt. They'll bring it up. On the dribble is Diaz. Diaz guarded by Noah Oliveras. Hands it off to Miles Slater. Goes inside. Fadeaway jumper goes up and in, made by Dejon Johnson. Trojans back with the ball. Nieto in the front court. On the dribble is Galvan. Back outside. EJ Nieto, another three. This one won't go. Rebound tipped out. Oliveras can't save it off the Trojans. Ball belongs to the Eagles of Stacey. 3:58 left here in this third quarter. Galvan has the ball. In the front court, that's Diaz. Diaz to Slater. Slater guarded now straight up by Ty Johnson. Spins it over to Arteaga. Inside it goes. Turnaround jumper off the mark, miss. Rebound by Ty Johnson. Quick outlet pass, deflected and stolen. Eagles control it. Diaz has the ball. Into the front court to Isaiah Brown. Layup on the way, good. Isaiah Brown on the finish. 3:26 left here in the third quarter. Galvan has the ball for the Trojans to Nieto. Nieto got a screen, takes it right baseline, attacks, flips it up, off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out. Trojans save it back inbounds. Loose ball taken down by the Eagles. Quick outlet pass in the hands of Arteaga. Arteaga may have traveled, it did. That close. 3:08 left here in the third. This game remains close. Victor Galvan has the ball for the Trojans to send Perlita. Galvan gets some instructions from the sideline. Sets up the play. Got a screen from Ty Johnson. Off the dribble into the paint. Behind the back pass, Nieto. Nothing there. No, that's a fadeaway jumper by Herrera. That won't go. Oliveras saves it. Back in bounds. Controlled by the Eagles. Outlet pass. Arteaga tracks this one down. Watches for a cutter. Finds a man. That's Isaiah Brown. Got it. Isaiah Brown cuts it to a one-point game. Trojans back with the ball. Galvan. 2:32 remaining here in the third. Galvan to Herrera. Herrera to Johnson. Goes to work. Lost control. Here comes Dejon Johnson. Chance for the Eagles to take the lead. Johnson lost it. Picked it back up and double dribble. 2:20 remaining in the half. 1-point ball game. Substitutions checking in. Here comes Parker Willis into the game for the Trojans to send Perlita. Trojans to inbound the ball in the backcourt. Here comes James Herrera. Herrera outside to Victor Galvan. Galvan lobs it inside. Nice catch by Johnson, but great defense played by Alex Diaz. He strips it away. Here comes Miles Slater. Slater in the paint. Left-hand layup finishes. Miles Slater gives the Eagles the lead. They've outscored the Trojans 16-9 here in the third quarter. Entry pass to Johnson off his hands. Taken away again by the Eagles. Outlet pass to Arteaga. Lay it up in. Eagles now beating the Trojans down in transition. 3-point game. Trojans with the ball. Galvan off the dribble. Outside it goes to Willis. Willis to Herrera. Back to Galvan. Galvan. Back to Herrera. James Herrera. One hands it inside to Johnson. Look for a cutter. Threw it away. Turnover. And here comes Isaiah Brown. Races ahead. Lays it up and in. Timeout called by the Trojans. Eagles on a run. Then the whistle blows as one of the Trojans comes up limping. Victor Galvan took a shot there after that made basket by Isaiah Brown. 5-point lead, and the Eagles have outscored the Trojans 20-9 here in this third quarter. Galvan was shaken up. He appears to be okay. Eagles nonetheless will substitute in Jamie Zoller to replace him. Minute 20 left here in the third. Trojans with the ball. Zoller's got it. Minute 13 left here in the third. Zoller off the dribble. Outside it goes. Trojans work the offense. Herrera. That ball's tipped. Active hands for the Eagles defensively on top of this defense. Here in this third quarter especially. Herrera has the ball. Over to Zoller. Zoller lobs it into Johnson. Goes to work against Slater. Shot it and missed it. Rebound taken down by Diaz. Diaz has it for the Eagles into the front court. All the way inside. Bounce pass. Touched by the Trojans, and the kick is called. Stops play with 41 seconds left here in this third. Stacey Eagles to inbound the ball. Ty Johnson will check out of the game for a few seconds here to close out this third quarter. Slater catches, finds Brown. Here's Diaz into Slater, back to Diaz, open three. No good, rebound. Trojans control that board. Julian Herrera with the ball, 25 seconds to go. Trojans on the attack. That one's off the glass, no good, a foul called. Non-shooting foul, so James Herrera won't get a chance at the line. That is the second team foul of this second half for the Eagles. Trojans with the ball, outside to Herrera. Three-point line has been defended well here by the Eagles in this second half. Trojans a skip pass to Oliveras. Oliveras off the dribble, finds him. Zoller, 3 seconds. Zoller with a long three, got it to go. Jamie Zoller, he kind of let him fall asleep on that one and then drilled a three. 2-point game. Back after this, fourth quarter. Eagles lead. Trojans talk about it on RealSportsLive.com.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Back here, Trojans ascend Perlita talking things over, and thanks again for joining us here for our broadcast. Fans, watch the website for additional information on the sponsors that help kick in. I know the last round we had a lot of people kick in for San Perlita, assisting us with our broadcast. And this time around, some additional sponsorship came in to allow us to get here. UIL charges $200 a game, and we had 5 games tonight. Do the math there. There's $1,000 before we ever left the region heading out to cover games. Trojans with the ball as we start the fourth quarter. Oliveras off the dribble. Slater with the block shot, but a foul call in the paint. They'll call it on Isaiah Brown. 7:42 remaining here in this game. Again, that first half was played quickly. Third quarter, same story. That's just the third team foul. This is a shooting foul. Oliveras at the line. Knocks the first one home. Second one coming up for Noah Oliveras. I've got him for 18 points. That's team leading in that department. Makes that. Tie game, 7:42 to go. Eagles had beaten them down court. They just didn't deliver the pass. Diaz instead will bring it up and set the offense up. Guarded by Zoller, straight up man-to-man. To Stacey, guarded by Johnson. Great pass to Johnson, lost it, picked it up, shot it and made it. Dejon Johnson gives the Eagles the lead back. Trojans back with the ball. Galvan to Oliveras. Oliveras back to Galvan, a three for the lead. You bet. Victor Galvan knocks that one home, and that was good offense that time by the Trojans. Isaiah Brown in transition, hands it off. Here comes Johnson, hand it off. Brown layup good. Isaiah Brown. The lead back in the hands of the Eagles. Spin by Galvan in the paint. Outside to Zoller. Zoller outside to Oliveras. Oliveras on the baseline off the glass. No good. Rebound by Slater. Slater brings it up. Down the sideline. Attacks now on the baseline. And Johnson blocks it, but Johnson's there for the rebound. Tied with a block. Dijon with a stick back. Back come the Trojans. Zoller off the dribble. Bounce pass to Oliveras. Oliveras goes to work in the paint. No good. Ty Johnson tips the rebound. Controls it for the Trojans. Has it knocked out of his hands, and a foul's going to be called. 6:25 to go. They'll call that on Miles Slater. 3-point game. Trojans with the ball. That's the 4th team foul against the Eagles. Oliveras to throw it in. Gets it in. Trojans on the offense. Galvan, that's a tough three. It won't go. Rebound. Taken down by Dijon Johnson. Johnson gets it ahead to Arteaga. Beat him down court and made it. Arteaga with a bucket. Trojans back with the ball. Now down 5. 6:06 left in this ball game. Zoller to Ty Johnson. Johnson against Slater. Puts it up and in. Slater backed off a bit defensively. Now the Eagles try to throw it down court. That's touched last by the Trojans. Trojans now concentrating on getting back defensively. As here in this second half, the Eagles have found a little something on getting back down court off of the defensive rebounds. Brown will trigger this inbound play for the Stacey Eagles. Finds Alex Diaz. 5:52 remaining here in this game. Diaz to Dijon Johnson to Slater. May have traveled, made it. Miles Slater with the bucket. Back to a 5-point game. Trojans with the ball. Zoller on the dribble. Right side to Julian Herrera. 5:27 left. Galvan with a good catch. Galvan back to Zoller. Zoller goes inside to Johnson. Johnson lays it up and in. Ty Johnson going right against Slater. Back to a 3-point game. Diaz has it for the Eagles in the front court. Defended by Jamie Zoller. Looking for Slater. Gets it in his hands. Slater to Johnson in the paint. Goes to work. Lays it up and in. Dijon Johnson with another bucket. What's happening is Ty Johnson comes out to guard Slater, the Eagles are now posting Dijon Johnson, and it's working. Ty catches in the paint, has a shot blocked. Rebound taken down by Dijon Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Arteaga. Back to Johnson, shot it in. Dijon Johnson just making a living inside the paint right now. 7-point game. Trojans for a 3. That won't go. Rebound. Oliveras controls it into a double team. Has his shot blocked. Loose ball picked up. Quick pass by Brown to Arteaga. Layup fouled by Galvan. Stops play with 4:18 remaining in this ball game. 4:18 left. That's a second foul on the Trojans here in the second half. Free throw opportunity for Adriano Arteaga. Arteaga misfires on that. 2 of 4 as a team are the Stacey Eagles. We're in the 4th quarter already. Next one by Arteaga. That's good. Trojans with the ball. Down 8. That's the biggest lead for either team in this game. Zoller has it. Off the dribble, goes baseline. Flips it outside to Galvan. Tracks it down. Arteaga right there to guard him. That's an intercepted pass by Dijon Johnson. Johnson takes it, hands it off. Arteaga, layup, no good. Rebound, tipped out, and a foul's going to be called. Let's see who they call this one on. They'll call that on Arteaga. 3:53 left in this game. At some point in time, if you're the Perlita Trojans, you got to draw a line in the sand. You're down to 8. It's not complete panic time, but at the same time, buckets and then a couple of stops to get back in this game. Meanwhile, the Eagles can try to extend to double digits if they get a stop here and get the ball back. Oliveras, way short on that. Rebound, Nieto throws it off the Eagle. Loose ball again, touched last by the Trojans. So the Eagles get the stop. 3:42 remaining here in this game. Trojans scored 19 points in the first quarter, 18 in the second, 12 in the third. 9 here in the fourth. Meanwhile, Stacey Eagles, 15 in the first, 16 in the second, opened up for 20 in the third, and have scored 15 times here in the fourth. Back to action. Stacey Eagles with the ball. Diaz has it. Beats Zoller down court, all the way in the paint. Layup, no good. Rebound tipped out. Slater controls that for the Eagles. Slater dribbles away. Brings Ty Johnson out to guard him. That means Dejon Johnson will go to work in the paint. There's a steal by the Trojans. Loose ball. Galvan has it. Double team. And got called for a travel. 3:18 left in this ball game. Now you can start counting missed opportunities for the Trojans. It'll be Eagle basketball. Regional quarterfinal action coming your way. We're in Corpus Christi. At Corpus Christi, Miller. On the dribble, Alex Diaz. Has it for the Stacey Eagles. Finds Miles Slater. Slater goes inside to Johnson. Reverse layup. Count that too. Dejon Johnson, 21 points in this ball game. The lead is double digits. Trojans with the ball. Timeout. 2:56 remaining. Right now, Stacey Eagles on top. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Welcome back here, and thanks again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com. I'm Joe Bowling with you. We are in Corpus Christi, and right now the Stacey Eagles on top of the San Perlita Trojans. Trojans with the ball. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this ball game. Missed shot by Oliveras. Rebound by Slater. Eagles get the stop. Now have a double-digit lead. Diaz brings it up. Spins it over to Miles Slater. Slater, guarded by Ty Johnson, takes him off the dribble, bracks it back outside. 2:33 remaining. Fires a pass inside. Arteaga makes it. Quick pass by the Trojans. Get it in the front court. Galvan has a shot blocked by Slater. Here come the Eagles in the front court. Slater gets fouled, makes the shot, count it, and a foul. 2:19 remaining. Eagles have opened it up here in the second half, outscoring the Trojans 20-12 in the third quarter, 19-9 here in the fourth. Slater at the line, hasn't shot a free throw yet. The senior puts that in. Loose ball, Slater takes it down. Outside pass to Diaz. Trojans are going to have to commit a couple of fouls if they want to start sending someone to the line. They have just 3 team fouls. Zoller commits a foul. Right on cue. Trojans were connecting in the first half beyond the arc. Second half, defense is clamped down. Arteaga hands it off. Shot blocked by Ty Johnson, and here come the Trojans. Oliveras taken away by Slater. Slater brings it into the front court for the Trojans. There's a steal, but Ty Johnson commits a foul. Minute 50 left here in the fourth. That's the 5th team foul against the San Perlita Trojans. The Eagles will throw it in. Look at inside, Slater lays it in. Miles Slater on the finish. Trojans now going to have to come up with some instant offense. There's a whistle and a travel. Brian Herrera trying to do it off the dribble. Nothing doing, says the official. It'll be Stacey basketball. Overhead pass, Isaiah Brown. Doesn't need to shoot now. He can wait. Gets fouled. Timeout called first by the Eagles. It's just a 30-second timeout. Fans, again, if you see the sponsors that are rolling on the screen, watch this sponsorship, especially on our website, on RioSportsLive.com, for assisting us in bringing you playoff basketball. Of course, we also are going to get right back to work on the softball, baseball, soccer, all going on at the same time. Right now we focused on basketball to try to continue moving forward with the teams that have advanced into these rounds. We had 5 games we were covering tonight here on RealSportsLive.com. Quite the chore to put it together on short notice the way we did. And we'll get better. Can assure you of that. Stacey basketball. Work it inside. Dejon Johnson has it taken away. The ball goes out of bounds off of Oliveras. And Dejon Johnson, a big part of this lead right now for the Stacey Eagles. Long pass to Johnson. Oliveras picks it off for the Trojans. Can't save it, though. Out of bounds it goes. Minute 27 to go. Oliveras, junior on this San Perlita team. They do have some seniors on this squad who are now playing for their lives. In the backcourt, Slater's going to be fouled by Ty Johnson. That's the 6th team foul. And there's the 7th team foul that'll finally send someone to the line for the Stacey Eagles. Minute 22 left here in this ball game. Jamie Zoller will foul out of the game. Zoller on the night was held to 3 points. Zoller, a senior on this San Perlita team. Meanwhile, to the line goes Alex Diaz. Makes that. Trojans have been held to 21 points here in the second half. Stacey Eagles scored 20 in the third quarter, 25 more here in the fourth. Free throw, Alex Diaz. Makes that. Trojans with the ball. Deep three on the way. That's in and out, no good. Rebound. Slater has it, lost it. Oliveras takes it away. Tried to hand it off, and Slater takes it right back. Minute 7 to go, and Slater's fouled in the backcourt. Miles Slater out working him on the paint right there. Stops the clock with 1:07 to go. Slater to the line. Slater tonight, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Ty Johnson will check out of this game for the Trojans of San Perlita. So will Oliveras. Substitutions checking in for the Stacey Eagles as well. Entering the game, DJ Ferguson, Devon Williams, Marquise Morris also checking in the game. Meanwhile, Miles Slater at the line. Misses that. Rebound by the Trojans. In the corner, ball off the hands. Outside for a 3, that one won't go. Rebound by San Perlita. Reverse layup won't go. Get another rebound for the Trojans. Working outside to Cavazos. Cavazos to Galvan, tees up a 3, made that. 44 seconds left. 16-point lead for the Stacey Eagles. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff. Great prices. Great cause.
To the line goes Isaiah Brown. Thanks again for joining us here on RealSportsLive.com. Free throw, no good. Rebound by the Trojans of San Perlita. Cavazos to Galvan. Galvan gets it outside for a 3. That won't go. Rebound by the Eagles. 29 seconds to go, and it will be Eagle basketball as the Trojans touch that last. That's a big step and a travel call on Brown. 11 seconds left here in this game. What a run for the San Perlita Trojans this season. They ran the table in District 32 2A. Advanced here to this regional quarterfinal, but they'll come up short. Stacey Eagles. There's a 3 on the way for the Trojans. That won't go. Rebound by Marquise Morris for the Eagles, and that will do it. Stacey Eagles put the clamps down on the Trojans of San Perlita in the second half, holding to just 12 points in each quarter, the third and the fourth. Meanwhile, heated up for 46 points in the second half as the Eagles end up winning this ball game. Final score 77-61. Leading scorer in the game, DeJon Johnson, finished with 21 points for the Eagles. For the San Perlita Trojans, it was 19 points for Noah Oliveras, 15 points for Ty Johnson, 13 for Victor Galvan, 10 for E.J. Nieto, 3 points for Jamie Zoller, 1 for Brian Herrera. Meanwhile, 5 players in double figures for the Stacey Eagles. 21 for Johnson, 19 for Miles Slater, 17 for Alex Diaz, 10 for Adriano Arteaga, and 10 for Isaiah Brown. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Until next time, I'm Joe Bowling for RealSportsLive.com. So long.